Hi guys, I think we're live. I am prepping for cooking class tonight, so I am super excited. I love cooking classes. We do them in my home. If you live remotely close to Odessa, you should sign up for a cooking class sometime. It is probably my most favorite thing out of everything and all the services I offer. It's a lot of fun, and it's like having a dinner party. Everybody comes over. You get really great recipes. We cook together, we cook everything together, so you learn techniques and skills that you can use, how to freeze, repurpose, leftovers, and all that kind of cool stuff. And then, of course, the most important part, we get to eat what we've cooked. So if you're anywhere remotely close to Odessa, Midland area, you should come join us for cooking classes sometime. You can see the schedule on my website if you're interested in that. But anyway, I told y'all I would show you how to cut a pineapple as soon as my wrist was functional somewhat, and it is, thank goodness. So we're going to talk about that. We used them, we talked about bromelain and how we used pineapple to sweeten our green smoothies a little bit. We talked about the core and how that is the most concentrated version of the bromelain that's in the pineapple, which is good for anti-inflammatory and healing of the soft tissues and things like that and recovery. But we are going to cut this up and freeze it in preparation for our ice cream recipe that'll be tomorrow. So I wanted to show you guys how to do that quickly. This is just a pineapple you can buy to see if they're ripe or not. I have asked and I get tons of different answers. Some people say if you're able to pull one of the leaves off the top, it means it's ripe. I don't know. That hasn't always worked great. I like to just look at it. If it's super, super green and it's not very heavy, then it's really not very ripe. And I want to always smell the bottom, and if it smells like a pineapple, then that's usually what I pick. So that is how I pick a pineapple anyway. The first thing you're going to do is keep the top on because it's your little handle to cut off the bottom. And you want a nice flat surface. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. My video guy, Tracy, isn't here, so I'm having to wing it. At this point, I do go ahead and cut off the top part too, and that gives me a nice flat stable base. Now if you will plant this, you can just break off the little excess pineapple rind around this part and just stick it in the dirt. You don't have to do anything special. Just get you a pot full of good dirt, good soil, and just literally stick it in the dirt and up to about here, just cover the bottom. It will grow a pineapple. It gets this huge, beautiful plant, and it is kind of pokey. They have little thorns on the end when it gets really, really big, but eventually a little bitty pineapple will shoot out of the top of that. All you have to do is water it once in a while. And it's a really cool looking plant, but you actually get a pineapple from it. We did it. It was a small pineapple. It was about, I don't know, the size of an apple, but it was super, super sweet. It did take a while, but it's kind of a fun, cool thing to do, especially if you got kids and they're wanting to kind of, do something fun. And why throw it away? You can grow your own pineapple. So at this point, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to just go around cutting off long ways all of the outside rind of the pineapple. Depending on the size of it, you'll either get quite a bit of pineapple or, this one's kind of little, which it's getting to where they're not in season anymore, but that's okay. And then you'll get these little places where maybe you've missed a little bit. You can see some of the little thorns kind of still in there. I always just go through and knock those off. Those are not fun to bite into, so I just kind of double check, knock those off, and here is the easy way to save the core. So you see the little center, the little round circle in there. I'm just going to cut this in half down the middle, and now I've got two pieces, and they're nice and flat. I'm going to cut each one of those in half as well, just like so. And now I've got a nice core here. You can see that. So at this point, I'm going to just still got a nice flat bottom. If the other side's a little fatter and easier to stand on its own, then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm just going to take my knife and I'm going to run it straight down and cut that core out. Now I've got my core, which I'm going to put in a freezer bag on its own and just freeze them solid. And then I can throw this whole core. Sometimes I'll cut them in half. If it's a big pineapple and the core is really, really long, then I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half or thirds or something, but this is enough. This will sweeten your green smoothies plenty. It's got all that good healthy bromelain and stuff in it too. So then you're left with just this part, which is where you're going to cut your wedges. And you can cut that in half and make them any size that you want to, and you've got your cubes this way. And I will go ahead too, because we're going to make ice cream out of this pineapple. I'm going to go ahead and throw all of these pineapple chunks into a freezer bag on their own so that I will have frozen pineapple for our ice cream recipe tomorrow. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Any questions, holler at me. Put your question in the comment box. I'll be sure to answer that as I can. Also, guys, if you like these videos and you're finding the information helpful and fun, just share them. Push the share button for me, and that way I can keep track of who's watching and who likes it and keep making them for y'all. So join me for the ice cream videos sometime tomorrow, and I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.